This week's US CQM forecast alert is US economy for 2025 Q4, GDP versus GDO. The focus of this week's forecast is the revision of employment statistics going back to January 2021. In particular, the figures for 2024 and 2025 have been revised significantly downward. In July 2015, the Council of Economic Advisors recommended GDO, the average of GDP and GDI, as a better indicator of economic growth rate. Since the statistical discrepancy on the income side is a highly autocorrelated series, CQM estimated to derive income side GDP. Therefore, the average GDP on both the expenditure and income sides of CQM is closer to the GDO concept. As a result of the annual revision of employment statistics, the annual employment gains for 2025 have been revised significantly downward from 584K to 181K. Looking at the monthly average, this is a downward revision from 49K to 15K. This week's CQM will be the final forecast for advanced GDP for 2025 Q4. Uncertainties remained in December's exports and imports, business inventories, and construction spending. But the advanced GDP is forecasted to be around 3% on the expenditure side. However, a better economic growth rate would be around 1.5%, an average of both sides, which is closer to the GDO concept. Headline inflation and the core PC price deflator have peaked and are stabilizing in the 2% to 2.5% range, with no concerns of an acceleration. PCA forecasts economic growth of 1.40% for 2025 Q4, close to the average of both sides of the CQM forecast. Conclusions from this week's US CQM forecast alert. The first, a better indicator of economic growth is GDO. The second, the average growth rate of both the expenditure and income sides of CQM are close to the GDO concept. The third, the advanced GDP growth rate for 2025 Q4 seems to be around 3%. Fourth, however, a better economic growth rate would be around 1.5%. The fifth, factors causing uncertainty in the advanced GDP figures for 2025 Q4 include December export and import, business inventories, and construction spending. This slide contains additional information about this week's detailed CQM forecast.